Hi, this is Mrs. Seymour, and I'm going to be showing you how you can do most all of your lessons, if not all of your lessons, without receiving your offline materials. You will just log into your online school, k12.com. You'll do an OLS login, and I'm going to use a Learning Coach account that I got permission to use so we can see it from a Learning Coach point of view. Now it's gonna be confusing for a week or two while you're moving around the online school. Doing school at home and using K-12 is different. So we're just gonna have to be patient and try lots of links, try lots of tabs, see where you can find stuff until you receive your books and your materials. This is also good if you are going on a vacation or going somewhere that you are not able to pack all your stuff. You can see the things that are there. First thing you'll do when you log in is you think, man, do I have any new K-mails? And sometimes you might. You might think, what are these announcements? What's K-12 teaching me today? And wanting me to remember, and here they are. Now, every day you'll have a plan. You'll go to plan and you go to your daily plan. Your daily plan will pop up the things you need to get done for that day to stay on track. You can see in my class, Sierra, this was her daily plan. And we can see it right here. We can see what she was able to get done today. And she's been working really hard. Once you click on your daily plan, then you'll just select a lesson and you'll start with that lesson. Now, what the lessons you'll be starting with first are the lessons called Introduction to Online Learning. These lessons, if you click on Progress and Intro to Online Learning, they're all found on the left, and there are 5 of them. You're going to learn about the Scantron testing. And as this lesson is loading from the first lesson, you're going to see there's always blue arrows that guide you next, next, and next from each lesson. There's unit overviews, unit resources. I'm going to click next. So if you're like, where is that thing that the lesson is telling me? It might be right here in lesson materials. There's no materials. Sweet, we don't have to gather any. Keep clicking next because it doesn't look like too much yet, huh? So now I'm thinking, okay, this Intro to Online Learning is going to teach me about the Scantron assessment I know my student needs to take. And if we want, we can even listen to them tell me this. Today your student will take the Scantron assessment online. Now this is for grades 3 through 5. These are who take the Scantron tests. And you can click on your tabs right here. And you navigate. And these tabs teach you all about it. How to start it, some tips, step by step. After doing the Intro to Online Learning and watching this, every question you'd probably ever have could be answered. And then you just keep continuing on the lesson and you mark it complete. In the end, they'll say, mark this complete. And then you'll close it and you'll go to the next one. And each lesson, now we can drop down and see these. This one is overview. Lesson 2 is overview of online learning. So this will teach you how the lessons are structured. The next one is Introduction to Math. This will teach you how your math course is set up. Do each step. The next one is Language Arts. This will teach you about your language arts and history and science and all your other electives. So before you're panicky about all the classes you have to get done and the lessons you have to get done, log in and do these 6 introduction lessons and you'll get a lot of questions learned, a lot of questions answered. Now, another thing you can do is when you're thinking, okay, I've done all my introductory lessons, now I need to go to my class and start getting my math lesson done. But I don't have my books. I don't have my workbooks. You'll click on your class. Once you click on your class, you'll have unit lists pull up. drop down. Click the drop down. This will be very helpful. You'll see Unit 1. Here we are. Unit 1, whole numbers and powers. This whole unit's going to be on whole numbers and powers. And here's my lesson list. Here we go. We're going to learn about rounding whole numbers, estimating, all these different things. So you're thinking, okay, I could click on each lesson and we'll dive into each lesson just like I showed you with the introductory lessons. But first, let me see if I need any materials because I don't have anything offline yet. So let's click on my materials tab. And let's see, looks like something supplied for the student right here, around numbers in story problem. That's a printable thing. I can see the printable dude right there. And even the learning coach, there's a guide right here. Let me check out this guide. And I'll zoom in so we can see it better. But K-12 has put all their guides in here. So you're thinking, oh, great. I don't need teacher's guide. I have the guide in PDF format. It's going to tell me my objectives. This is what my students should be able to do after this whole unit. Here's some intro about it. Here's some keywords they're going to learn. Here's an overview. And this is just your little teacher's guide. It's the very first one. And it's telling us, this first lesson, they're going to get a number line, and they'll do all this online. Then they're going to learn some strategies online. Look at everything they can do online without having to have their materials. Oh, look, they're going to learn some more things online. And then offline, they're going to be practicing some story problems. And that's where that For the Student page came in. And they're going to do even a little lesson checkpoint online. So out of the 5 or 6 steps that we just viewed in that lesson, there's only one thing offline. So you're thinking, okay, well, there's my student book, there's my student page he's going to need. I just kind of learned about what the lesson's going to be about. Now let's click in the lesson and let's just get started. Now this student's already finished this lesson, but it's going to just walk the student through it. Here are a few math skills you're going to learn. And the student could sit down and read this with you right by their side, or sit down and read it. Let's start the first lesson. Here's what we're going to do, and you're going to learn how to do these things, and let's keep clicking next. And each step of the lesson will load and it'll tell you exactly what to do. And then at the end you'll be able to mark it complete. Now, if for some reason it's not marking complete, you also have your little complete circles over here. If you click on one, you can tell it, yeah, I completed this lesson. I'm done with it. And you can enter in your time. I'm not going to save that since I was just showing you. But you can click lesson complete from right there as well. Every course we'll have materials tab, and we'll have a lot of online materials that you're going to be able to print off and look at. It just takes a few minutes to navigate so that you can see it. Here's my materials tab. Here's some things that are supplied right here. Here's my advanced prep. And there's my lesson list. Okay. Please try very hard to navigate through your materials tabs, and your materials will get there. Thanks.